Good morning. The ceremony will begin shortly. Please take a moment to silence all electronic devices. As a general reminder, all personnel participating in the ceremony should exercise caution to ensure that wings will not be pinned in an aggressive manner that would cause any injury to the soldiers. All pinning ceremonies must be conducted with the utmost respect for the dignity and physical well-being of the graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Aris J. Cuomo. At this time, we would like to recognize all veterans in attendance and watching online. Thank you for your selfless service and your sacrifice in the defense of our nation. Distinguished guests, family members, and friends, on behalf of the 128th Aviation Brigade Command Team, welcome to today's graduation ceremony for classes 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair, Class 066-24, and 15 Uniform CH-47 Helicopter Repair, Class 29-24. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation given by Chaplain Balmer and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
I invite you to pray. Holy God, this morning as we welcome this new group of soldiers into the aviation family, we give thanks for all of the ways that this journey has challenged them and changed them. We are grateful for the hard work they have done and the people who have loved them and supported them along the way. Even as we pause for a moment to celebrate this graduation, we know that these soldiers are preparing for their next chapter in the incredible journey above the best. May you guide each of them here, giving them wisdom, humility, and courage. We ask that you bless our nation and grant us peace. Amen.
Please be seated. Army aviation maintenance training began at Fort Eustis, Virginia in 1954. Since its beginning, Fort Eustis has continued a legacy of maintenance training excellence, training active duty, National Guard, and Army Reserve soldiers, along with Air Force personnel and international partners. With a lineage that dates back to Operation Just Cause in Panama, the Army redesignated the United States Army Aviation Logistics School as the 128th Aviation Brigade on February 1st, 2012. Today, the 128th Aviation Brigade trains over 5,500 soldiers annually in every Army aviation helicopter specialty. A 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair is primarily responsible for the maintenance of the UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter. They remove and install aircraft subsystem assemblies such as engines, rotors, gearboxes, transmissions, and mechanical flight controls. Service and lubricate aircraft and subsystems, prepare aircraft for inspections and maintenance checks, and diagnose troubleshooting faults for all aircraft components. A 15 uniform cargo helicopter repair is primarily responsible for the overall maintenance of the CH-47 Chinook helicopter. They perform tasks such as the removal and installation of the aircraft subsystem assemblies. These include engines, rotors, gearboxes, transmission, and mechanical flight controls. They also perform service inspections, repairs, maintenance checks, and diagnostic troubleshooting faults for all aircraft components. The guest speaker for today's ceremony is Sergeant First Class William Thompson. Sergeant First Class Thompson enlisted in the U.S. Army in 2005 as a 19 Delta Cavalry Scout and is currently serving as a 15 Tango primary instructor in Bravo Company, 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment. Please refer to Sergeant First Class Thompson's biography in your program to learn more about his selfless service to our nation. Please join us in giving a warm welcome to Sergeant First Class William Thompson.
Lieutenant Como, distinguished guests, and fellow soldiers, thank you for attending this monumental occasion. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Allow me to be one of the first to say congratulations. U.S. Army Aviation has been the most tight-knit family I could ever call upon, and I am grateful to stand before you today to speak on behalf of the graduates. It takes an inquisitive mind, a certain grit, and a relentless spirit to become a member of the aviation community. I can say with absolute certainty that those who graduated today will greatly benefit the force as a whole and provide an unfathomable amount of ability to the fleet. To impart words of insight is my charge, and to think that I'll be called upon on behalf of the students today would make my younger self proud. For 15 weeks, without the comforts of home, these students worked hard, day in and day out, in pursuit of new skills. They sacrificed so much for their own growth. For their loved ones out there in the crowds or listening today, you should be proud. The completion of 15 Tango UH-60 helicopter repair course is a step in the right direction. And from now on, your career will be a path with thousands of steps that could take you in directions you may not expect. Control the things you can, and be mindful when things are outside of your influence. Sometimes the greatest multiplier to a situation is a good attitude. Dear graduates, my advice to you is to always remain a student. Be a student of faith who believes in their fellow soldiers. Be the light to keep others strong and keep a positive attitude in the darkest of nights. Through my hardest days, it was my friends to my left and right who helped me through them. If there was not a student of faith on my path, I would not have been able to become one for others. Be a student of change. Learn to innovate practices within your profession. Find ways to make things work better within the confines of the standard. Be the change you want to see in the world. If it could be done better, you should be the one to do it. Don't accept the bare minimum as standard. At last, be a student of the trade. After almost 20 years of service, I learn new things every day about the aircraft. It is because of that inquisitive mind that I find fulfillment in aviation. I implore you all to keep that passion of aviation within your hearts. You never know when opportunity knocks. As the students that I worked with continually asked, what did you do while you were at undisclosed location? I can only attest that my experiences are due to being open to chances. I have been a part of these experiences only because I was open to them. And there are plenty of ways for you to grow and take part of being a part of that chosen few. I am proud of you all. The world of aviation is very small, and I may see you all again. So keep your heads on straight and in the books. Be open to change, and may many blessings come your way. Above the best, born under fire, Night Stalkers don't quit.
The distinguished graduate is that soldier who receives the highest marks throughout the course. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we will now present diplomas to our graduates. Please feel free to move around and take photos throughout the presentation. The distinguished graduate is that soldier who receives the highest marks throughout the course. These graduates are selected on academic standing, leadership, physical fitness, and discipline. The distinguished graduate will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade and a brigade coin. The distinguished graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair Class 066-24 is Specialist Michael Banzit. Specialist Banzit is from Kalispell, Montana, and will be assigned to the 183rd Aviation Regiment, Montana National Guard. Distinguished graduate for 15 Uniform CH-47 Helicopter Repair Class 29-24 is Specialist Mitchell Baker. Specialist Baker is from Emory, Texas, and will be assigned to the 1st Combat Aviation Regiment, Fort Riley, Kansas. The honor graduate is that soldier who is second highest graduate of their class. They will receive a certificate of achievement from the 128th Aviation Brigade. The honor graduate for 15 Tango UH-60 Helicopter Repair Class 066-24 is Private First Class Jake Maxtad. Private First Class Maxtad is from Hubbard, Iowa, and will be assigned to the 449th Combat Aviation Brigade, Iowa National Guard. The honor graduate for CH-47 Helicopter Repair Class 29-24 is Private First Class Stephen Daniel. Private First Class Daniel is from Denver, Colorado, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Sergeant Michael Salinas. Sergeant Salinas is from Whittier, California, and will be assigned to the 40th Combat Aviation Brigade, California National Guard. Private First Class David Arvallo. Private First Class Arvallo is from Aurora, Illinois, and will be assigned to the 935th Combat Support Battalion, Illinois National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation career. Please be seated. Private First Class William Diogo. Private First Class Diogo is from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and will be assigned to the 126th Aviation Regiment, Massachusetts, National Guard. Private First Class Shane Henson. Private First Class Henson is from Wydale, Arizona, and will be assigned to the 98th Aviation Troop Command, Arizona National Guard. Private First Class Elijah Iverson. Private First Class Iverson is from Somerset, South Dakota, and will be assigned to the 189th Aviation Regiment, South Dakota National Guard. Private Second Class Jamison Byer. Private Second Class Byer is from Minot, North Dakota, and will be assigned to the 34th Combat Aviation Brigade, North Dakota National Guard. Private Second Class Jeremiah Kilmer. Private Second Class Kilmer is from Mooresville, Indiana, and will be assigned to the 38th Combat Aviation Brigade, Indiana National Guard. Private Second Class Tatum Kynard. Private Second Class Kynard is from Lindale, Texas, and will be assigned to the 11th Expeditionary Combat Aviation Brigade, United States Army Reserve. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Private Second Class Colin McKnight. Private Second Class McKnight is from Whiteland, Indiana, and will be assigned to the 38th Combat Aviation Brigade, Indiana National Guard. Sergeant Aaron Shannon. Sergeant Shannon is from Pittsburgh, Oklahoma, and will be assigned to the 149th Aviation Regiment, Oklahoma National Guard. Specialist Frederick Askew. Specialist Askew is from Rome, Georgia, and will be assigned to the 224th Expeditionary Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Eustis, Virginia. Specialist Tristan Lewis. Specialist Lewis is from Aurora, Colorado, and will be assigned to the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private First Class Brittany Calder. Private First Class Calder is from Punta Gorda, Belize, and will be assigned to the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Second Class Zachary Campbell. Private Second Class Campbell is from Huntsville, Alabama, and will be assigned to the 36th Combat Aviation Brigade, Alabama National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation career. Please be seated. Private Second Class Austin Dean. Private Second Class Dean is from Fort Pierce, Florida, and will be assigned to the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade, Wheeler Army Airfield, Hawaii. Private Second Class Jack Kennedy. Private Second Class Kennedy is from Gainesville, Georgia, and will be assigned to the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Private Second Class Ian Poe. Private Sec Class Poe is from Eagle Point, Oregon, and will be assigned to the 351st Aviation Support Battalion, Oregon National Guard. Family members and guests selected for pinning, please come forward now to honor our graduates as they prepare to take their next step in their Army aviation careers. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the newest members of the Army Aviation family. We now turn to a special part of our ceremony. The distinguished graduate will present a token of appreciation to Sergeant First Class William Thompson. This symbolizes our sincere gratitude for his presence and the wisdom he has imparted. His words today have not only enlightened us, but have also added a meaningful dimension to this important milestone in our graduates' journey. The team of non-commissioned officers and civilian instructors who trained and mentored the graduates are assigned to the 1st Battalion, 222nd Aviation Regiment, and the 2nd Battalion, 210th Aviation Regiment. Together, this outstanding team instructed your sons and daughters in discipline, physical fitness, warrior task and battle drills, and fundamental aviation maintenance practices. They also led and mentored America's sons and daughters so that one day, too, they may become a non-commissioned officer. The drill sergeants and instructors for today's graduating class are Drill Sergeant Garros Rosales, Drill Sergeant Jonathan Felton, Staff Sergeant Brian Castle, Staff Sergeant Sean Canas. Please join us in giving a round of applause to these outstanding drill sergeants and instructors. Please rise for the playing of the Aviation Song and the Army Song.
Mechanics Creed. Soldier's Creed. The Soldier's Creed. I am an American soldier. I am a warrior member of the team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I will always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert and I am a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom, the American way of life. I am an American soldier.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. Please come forward to congratulate your soldiers and take photographs. Thank you for attending. Above the best, born under fire.